Okay, so I kid you not, before I do this introduction, I filmed this 3 different times and I had fucked up audio on all 3 of those times, and I'm redoing this now for the 4th time. But I really want to do this, and I want to make this completely free and easily accessible how to trade course. I have been trading, guys, for 1 year and 7 months. I've been able to basically quit my job about 1 year and 2 months into this, and right now I am, doing very good. There's a lot of mistakes I think I can help people with. I'm very positive I can, save you lots of time. And if you don't really know what the hell you're looking at right now and you want to get into this, well, then here's the perfect video. I am 20 years old. I started day trading at 18 years old. I sold a lot of courses. I've done a lot of trading. I've made a lot of money from trading. And yeah, like I said, I want to put this all into a free YouTube playlist. And this is going to be playlist 1 of 2, 1.0, and I'm going to call this Karl Confidential. So that's my introduction. I've said that. I literally think I have said that. That's the 4th time I've said this. So I know it might sound a little bit AI, but here we are. Okay. Since you're watching this video, I highly recommend, since there are so many videos out there just about the same thing, but with people that are trying to sell you a course and give you half-assed free content, here I am. Stay in the video, and I hope this can very much help you. For me, when I started watching trading videos, I ended up, gaining hope with my future, my career. I sparked, a fucking light bulb in my mind. It sounds cringy, it sounds cliche, but I gained hope, So here we are. If you look at the screen, as a beginner, you will know nothing. This looks weird, okay? If you're a new trader, or if you're experienced in a sense, you obviously know what this is. Now, if you guys are experienced traders, I do still recommend watching this playlist for some small things that might help you for sure. It's not something you have to do, but if you're already on the video, there's a reason you're on this video. It's probably because you're looking for a little bit more advice. Maybe you're missing something in your trading strategy. Maybe you're missing some understanding. So, here we are, right? 1 second. I'm going to go get a drink. So, let's get started, guys. You're looking at this chart, and you're probably like, what the heck is going on? What is this? So, basically, this is what you'd see on every single chart. NASDAQ, S&P, every stock, okay, every business. This is multiversal throughout the trading, crypto, stock universe, okay? Now, everything I will be teaching today will be in every single time frame and every single chart. You only have to focus on just learning this, okay? It is not complicated. Just pay attention. So, what you see right now is NASDAQ and S&P. These two markets have what we call candlesticks on the chart. The up and down lines. Yeah, those are candlesticks, okay? Basically, what we're looking for is which ones go up and down, which ones are officially up and down candles. Now, the green ones on my chart are bullish candles, up candles, and the red ones on my chart are down candles, bearish candles. Now, obviously, to tell, just look at like a freaking line, okay? Up, down, it's that simple. Now, obviously, don't use lines, you're going to use candles. But these are candles. And now what candles are in the charts, on the markets, these candles do something specific. They hold price, and they show where price was, okay? So in the candle, which is, let's just explain quickly why it's called a candle. You have the body, right? And then you have the candle, the small little candle wicks, right? So the body is price that was filled. So we have stagnant price. And the wicks, the candle wax, is price that was and that is not official yet. So that's what a candle is and how the candle works. And now I want to teach you how we can tell where these candles start and close. Okay? So let's find a bearish candle, which is what? A down candle. This one. Okay? Where does it start? So it starts right here. And it closes right here. And it starts at the top, closes at the bottom because it's a bearish candle. It's a down candle. Now, some of you guys may ask, why? Why does it start there? Why does it not start here? And why does it not close here instead of right there? Well, like I said earlier, the candle closes and the body of the candle, where it opens and closes, it's filled price. That's where filled price is. Stagnant price. Price that was sold or bought. Shoved into the market. Actual orders. Okay? And this part was where price was, but is not anymore, if that makes any sense. Okay? So, for example, we open right here. You know, we could have came up here, or we could have came all the way down here first, and then we came all the way back up here, and then we closed right, of course, right there, right? The only price that was filled was in this candle. So, yeah, right? That's what it looks like. And let's see if we can see price moving right now. I think it's too late. It's 4 p.m. We literally just closed. Gosh damn it. That would have been so fun. What stocks are open right now? Is there anything open? Yeah, I mean, look at Solana. This is obviously not a stock. You can see it was all the way here, came all the way up here, closed right here, we opened right here. And as you can see, it's moving. So when price reaches a brand new point, it looks full like this. But then it just came back up, and this was where price was. And now again, it's full. So let's watch this for a second. Okay, so this candle closes in 30 seconds. It's a 1-minute candle on Solana. It closes in 20 seconds. I want you guys to see how this closes and then how the next candle opens. Okay? And again, guys, price opened here and it was up here. Okay? You know this already. Let's see. Will it... Boom! There's wicks left over. See? See? Look. Price opened here, closed right here. But price was all the way up here and all the way down here. Now, what price, guys? What price is real? What price is stagnant? What price is actually in the market now? This candle. These are people's orders. Okay? And you don't need to care exactly about these fucking orders. Because we're betting where these candles are moving. We're not placing stock orders. We're not placing orders into NASDAQ, S&P, Solana. No. We're betting where these candles go. We need to know how they move and why they move. So again, guys, we opened, or we closed right here. And where did we open? Pause the video and tell me. We opened right here. Okay? In 4 seconds, we're going to close where? You tell me where we close. We closed right there. Where were we? We were no farther down than where we opened, but we were higher up than where we closed. Okay? You've seen it in live time now, which is really, really, really helpful. So that's how the candle works in live action. Now let's do some actual quiz, okay? Damn, these candles low-key suck. I guess I'm gonna have to give you guys some tricky questions then. Okay. So, where does this candle close? And where does this candle open? Pause the video, okay, and try to figure this out. This candle closes right here, okay, right here, the top of this body. And this candle opens right here, at the bottom of this body, because it's a bearish candle. They're both bearish candles. Or bullish, my bad. They're up candles. And then we close right here. Now, some of you guys may say, well, Carl, why is there a gap right here? And why is there a gap right here? Just like all the other candles around this fucking area. Well, that's because price action in this area is just not the best. It's not good. It doesn't make a difference in how these things, or where these things close. It just makes a difference in how these things look. Okay? So we closed right here. And we didn't open here. We opened up there. Okay? So we closed right here. And we did not open right here. We did not open right here. We opened right here. This is just a small little price gap. It doesn't matter. Okay? When you're looking at how candles open and close, you actually look at how it looks. Okay, you don't need to know anything about how the price works inside. You just it's a looking game. It's like a fucking, puzzle. Okay, so tell me, where does this candle close? Okay, and where does this candle close, or where does this candle open? Where does this candle open? Or close, my fucking bad. And where does this candle open? Okay? You tell me where those candles close and open. The answer is, we close right here. And we open right here. And then we, of course, close right here. And then we open, holy crap. And then we open right here. Then we close, or, wow, guys, I just got destroyed. We close right here. And then we open right here. And we close right here. And then we open right here. And then, of course, we close up here. So, as you guys saw, when we closed up here, I actually made a mistake, which I fixed pretty fast. We don't open right here, because if we opened right here and closed down here, this candle would be red. Since the candle is green, if we open or close right here, we actually open right here. Okay, if this was red, we would close right here, and then we would open right here, and then of course close here. But no, we close here, open here, close here, open here. I hope that makes sense. So, quick little quiz. Tell me which candle of these two is bearish and bullish. Come on, y'all got this. Red candle is bearish, not because it's red, because any chart can have different colors depending on how you fucking have your chart. But it's a down candle. It's down. Okay, it's down. Right? We closed right here. We opened right here. And then we closed down here. It's a down candle. And this one is bullish because why? We closed down here, we opened here, and then we closed up here instead of down. We closed up here. Okay? It's a bullish, it's an up candle. Second quiz. And you guys got this. Where does this candle open and close? Come on, it's simple. Right? It opens right here and we close right here. Okay? Last quiz. Where does this candle open and close? And where does this candle open and close? We open here, we close here. We open here, we close here. Why? Because if we closed right up here and then we opened on this candle and then we closed underneath where price opened, it's bearish. Again, we close here, we open here, and since we closed underneath where we opened on this candle, what is it going to be? Right? It's going to be a bearish, it's going to be a down candle. Very simple. So now since you know how candles work and why the market has these candles, right, for price, I want to show you two candles that you can actually use to, to make trades. And this is going to be the first confluences you guys use or you guys learn. Starting with a doji candle. I love doji candles. I really do. So what a doji candle is basically a doji candle shows price indecision. It shows indecisive price action. So since this is a bullish doji candle, right? It's an up doji candle. What we see is there is more past price than there is current price, right? The current price is only right here. And what does that tell us? It tells us market was all over the place and can't decide where to open and close because it's just all over the place. It can't stay stagnant, right? Price can't be filled. Okay, so how we can use these to our advantage, and don't be scared if this is a little confusing. We can use these to decide where price actually is going. So even though the price in this candle is indecisive, we can use the indecisive price action to be decisive. I'm not trying to sound fucking smart because I'm not, but for example, let's just say we have this price in this wicks and then we, come underneath and we close eventually above this price. And then we come all the way down here before this candle even closes and come back up here and close above it. We could say, okay, since price closed above this after being all the way down there, let's just put a stop underneath here and target a 1, 2, 2, right? Boom. You could have just made money from a simple doji candle. Not like I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. That's stupid. We need more confluences than that. We're not gamblers, okay? But, again, we could have used that for a trade. So if that makes any sense, we used an indecisive candle to be decisive. Let's quickly find a bearish doji candle. So, this is cool. This is really cool. So, out of these two doji candles, tell me which one is bearish and which one is bullish. Okay, so this is interesting. Sometimes in trading, we do not just look at how things, appear. We actually dive deep into how they are made and what they actually mean. So over here, since we have this doji candle, we have more indecisive price underneath. So there is more price that went up than down. So what I mean by this is we open right here, okay? We come all the way down here and then come all the way back up here and close here. We only opened here and went up this far, Okay, we went up far less than we went down. But when we went down, we came all the way back up as if we wanted to keep moving up. But for these two dojis, the one that is bullish is actually leading us down, and the one that is bearish is leading us up. Why is that? We have this void right here. Let's just say we have this void right here, okay? Price closed right here and opened right here. Even though we closed underneath, there was a lot of price. A lot more than up here. A lot more price went down, okay, and then came back up. We didn't meet price above where we opened, but we still came far, far up from where we were, right? So you could have placed a trade off of, this, right? And you could have targeted the bottom of this candlestick, and then you could have targeted just a 1-to-1, or you could have 1-to-2, okay? What I'm trying to say is it's not how some things look, it's how some things actually are. So in this case, where did price move on this bullish doji? Price moved after it, closed right here and opened right here. Even though price closed above, we still went all the way up here and then all the way back down. And we barely made movement up at all. Okay? I mean, look, we made like a tiny bit of movement up, but if you see, price went all the way up here and then came back down. Why did it go all the way up and down so fast? Probably because it wants to move down. It doesn't matter if it closed bullish. The candle shows us that it's indecisive about going up and that it's probably going to go down. I hope that makes a little bit of sense, okay? I'll talk far more about these things in later videos. But for the last thing I want to talk to you guys about today, we have hammer candles. And it's called a hammer candle for a reason, because it looks like a hammer. And I see two of them. Okay. Now, I want you to tell me what both of these hammer candles are. Are both of these bearish or bullish? You tell me, and tell me why. Let's see how close you are to being correct. These are both bullish hammer candles, because just like we were talking about with the doji, it's not how it looks, it's how it is. We have price open right here and close here, but price was all the way down here and then came all the way back up. It doesn't matter if it closed bearish, it doesn't matter if it closed underneath where it opened. We have proof that it already came all the way down there and just didn't want to stay, so it moved back up. And what do? We move up more. For this one, it's clear that this, by the way, this one is a stronger bullish doji because it did close. It closed green, which is helpful. But again, we close here, we open here, and we close above, but where was price? All the way down here, and then it came all the way back up. Right? I personally like hammer candles more than any other candle. These candles are filled with price. They're quality candles. These candles show market indecision, and it can be useful. But hammer candles like these are very useful because they really just show that in one candle, this is what's going to happen. It's very helpful. I like them a lot. So for your homework, and yes, I'm going to give you homework because that homework would be better than your fucking math teacher's homework, and this is easy. I want you to find 5 bullish candles and 5 bearish candles and tell me how they open and close. Okay? Don't tell me, but tell yourself and see if you were correct by going back in the video. And then I also want you, in the meantime, to find 2 doji candles of any sort and 2 hammer candles of any sort, and just tell me, or tell yourself, again, tell yourself if these are going to be useful for the upside or more for the downside. And if you really think it's just used for both, just say that, okay? But majority of the time, they are used better for one side than the other. And with that being said, guys, I have talked to you guys about 3 candles and how the fuck this market looks. I hope this looks more familiar to you guys now. And if you guys are watching this far into the video, I highly recommend staying, because why have you wasted your time? This is a skill that you can do on your mom's fucking iPhone 5 if you needed to in Indonesia. Okay? This skill it's very important. It's very awesome. You can make a lot of money from this. Okay? You don't have to always be on sales calls. You don't have to always be making agency websites. You don't even have to find products anywhere on freaking AliExpress. You can do this shit on your mom's flip phone, dude. Okay? If you have Safari. It's that simple. So, that being said, and God forbid if you haven't downloaded TradingView yet, we will need to do that for your homework. It's free. TradingView online, free. Make an account. Set your chart up after you do the homework. But don't be one of those, dudes that are... Okay, look. Set your chart up how you want, but having a better looking chart is not going to make you more profitable, okay? So with that being said, I will see y'all in the next video. I highly recommend watching the next video because you will get better. Every single video you watch, as long as you do the homework and understand actually what's happening, in just a month of you watching this, or far less if I have that many videos up by now, you should be very close to being able to place your own trades on live market. So, deuces, y'all. See you in the next one.